April 2nd, Costa Kids Brawl for It All, right here in Chesnee, South Carolina. We're bringing SWA, the Southern Wrestling Association from City versus,
and we're bringing American
from Forest City versus,
and we're bringing American Pro Wrestling, the stars you see every week, every Saturday night, and we're bringing them to Chesnee to wrestle these guys right here. We want the trophy, we're taking it home with us, and that's all you can say.
Whoa, we're coming down the mountain to get the trophy, son. We might need to take these belts with us.
Yeah, you're coming down the mountain with high hopes, but you're going back up the mountain with your tail cut between your legs.
Well, I'll tell you what, April 2nd, we'll just see who the better team is.
That's right, we will, won't we?
Step back.
How about that? Oh, you want to go right? Whoa. Wait till April 2nd. Hold it for April 2nd. Hold it for April 2nd. Back it up.
Well, wrestling fans, it is going to be a stellar card from top to bottom. Let's run over some of the matches. We have past versus present, Nick Fury versus the legendary one-half member of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. We have an intergender match, Christy Whiplash versus Mickey Richards. We're going to have Dirty from APW taking on SWA's own Jeff Hamrick. We have Ace Cadron versus Eric Anton. We're going to have the tag team match everyone is talking about, the Carolina Wrecking Crew versus American-made Matt Marshall and Irresistible Ike Stevens. And we have Crunk from SWA versus Mac Truck. This is Viv Savage back with you wrestling fans tonight in Chesnee, South Carolina. And with me this time I have a very special guest, Ace Cadron from the SWA. Ace, tonight.
Let me just stop you right there. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say I'm wrestling Eric Anton. Eric Anton, Morbid, I don't care what you go by now. For 10 years you've been dodging me. 10 years you've been dodging me. You ran off to APW, you ran down to Chesnee where a bunch of fools are. Well, April 2nd, tonight, you can't dodge me anymore. APW champion. I don't care how many belts you've held in APW. I'm a 2009 SWA Tag Team of the Year. I'm 1/4 of 2009 SWA Match of the Year. I've held numerous titles myself. What I'm going to prove tonight is that SWA is up here, and all APW stands for is a bunch of people that can't wrestle.
Well, wrestling fans, it is a match a decade in the making. Ace Cadron versus Eric Anton. I know I'm looking forward to this. Wrestling fans, I am here with Eric Anton. And Eric, let's just get right into it. I've already talked with Ace Cadron earlier in the evening, and to be honest with you, he's had some very strong remarks about not only you, but the entire organization of America Pro Wrestling.
Pull this over here where these people can hear me clearly. Ace Cadron, you want to talk about me dodging you for 10 years? Well, when the APW come to me and said they wanted me to represent American Pro Wrestling, it didn't take me long to look at the short list of talent that SWA was offering, and I picked Ace Cadron. 10 years in the making, Ace. Tonight, me and you will settle the 10-year grudge that me and you's had all these years. So you bring your A game because Eric Anton will be bringing his.
Okay, wrestling fans, well, tonight it will be Eric Anton versus Ace Cadron in a grudge match 10 years in the making. Tonight, Cops, Kids, Brawl for It All in Chesnee, South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, Viv Savage here with you. The Cops, Kids, Brawl for It All. We are live in Chesnee, South Carolina. And I tell you what, folks, we have a barn burner to open this show. And here he comes. Straight from Forest City, straight from the SWA. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ace Cadron. I tell you what, Ace is not too pleased to be in Chesnee tonight. I'll tell you what, Ace is over there with the APW fans, and they are not too pleased with Ace or any of his antics that I'm sure we'll see tonight here in not APW, this is Chesnee, South Carolina. And Ace is not befriending himself too much to the Chesnee crowd. I don't know if it's a smart move on Ace. He might need to get in the ring where it's safe. But for safe, I don't know how much longer. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this match is a decade in the making. Here he comes straight from APW, Eric Anton. And you can see here tonight, Eric Anton has the crowd solidly behind him. Eric Anton, let's just face it, Eric Anton is over with Chesnee, South Carolina. Let's send it to the ring announcer for the introductions of both wrestlers. No technical difficulties. This is going to be good, folks. He's very skilled, folks. Here's Ace Cadron from SWA. And listen to the reception from Eric Anton. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me this time, the world-renowned JB Singer. JB, it's good to have you in the booth.
Viv Savage, good to be here. Look at this crowd in Chesnee, South Carolina.
Well, JB, thank you so much for joining me. We have a match, a decade in the making.
Let's get it going. Let's get it started.
I know you like nothing more than a good match here.
Oh, got pinfall already. Quick 1 count.
Anton with a quick roll-up. I tell you what, we're going to have some rapid action here. Hold on to your seat, JB.
Looks like Eric Anton taking it right to Ace at the beginning of this match. Another 2 count.
Well, this match is very interesting, JB, because actually Eric and Ace were trained 11 years ago by Jeff Hamrick. And this is the very first time they squared off. And you know, I was talking to Ace earlier, and he told me Eric has been dodging him for 11 years. 11 years. I don't know if that's true or not. Eric Anton has a different opinion on the situation. Ace on top of Eric Anton right now. And I tell you what, Eric Anton has his hands full tonight with Ace Cadron, because Cadron is not afraid to bend the rules. I've seen that for many years from Ace. That's the kind of tactics you like in your day, right, JB?
Oh, exactly. I wasn't afraid to use any kind of bad tactics. Look at it. Oh, DDT off the top rope. Tornado.
I'll tell you what, Eric Anton may be out of this one early. This crowd is hot.
This is it. 2.
And a kick out at 2. A kick out at 2.
Early excitement early on in this card here in Chesnee, South Carolina.
You can feel the excitement bouncing off the walls here. Stiff shots to the, wow. Might need to check for some teeth on the mouth.
There's those rule breaking you talked about.
He is not afraid to bend the rules.
Now getting into it with the referee. Oh, hard shot.
The thing about Ace Cadron, he has no respect for officials, no respect for the fans.
Another big chop.
And I can feel those chops in my chest, JB.
Fighting back now.
Just a little payback here. Come on, ref. Blatantly right in front of the eyes.
These men look to have some disdain for each other, that's for sure.
Well, it's 11 years in the making, JB. It's been brewing for a long time. It's over a decade in the making. Irish whip to the corner. Anton's up.
Oh, big boot. Both men down.
I don't know if you called that, JB, but it looked like he wrenched his leg going into that corner. He may have some leg damage to the knee.
Anton trying to get the crowd behind him now. And they are.
Solidly behind Anton. A cover. 1.
Pinfall. Oh,
Shoulder up
very
at 2.
close to the ropes. Could have put his leg across the ropes right there.
smack right to the face. This looks like it's breaking down into an all-out brawl here. I was expecting to see some technical wrestling on this card. Not to say we're not going to have it, but it's APW versus SWA. I'm going to go ahead and say the rules are going to be thrown out the table tonight.
Cauldron caught him coming in. Oh, I thought he was going to...
Feet on the rope. Three.
Oh, referee did not
count.
see it. And it looks
JB,
like...
you have to admit you saw the feet on the rope.
Yeah, I saw it, Savage. I say it, but the referee didn't see it. That's all that matters.
Well, that's not fair. Justice has to be served. That is a miscarriage of justice.
Well, all I know is Ace Cauldron gets the victory tonight over Eric Anton at 10 years in the making. Didn't take 10 minutes to finish.
Well, you may have a point, but I'm sure Eric Anton, there's going to be revenge in the card over this loss.
You can see Anton obviously upset, but the referee did not see the feet on the ropes. The victory goes to Ace Cauldron.
Can we get another referee out here to reverse this decision?
I don't think it's going to happen, Viv.
We have an exciting card lined up tonight. Do not forget the legendary Ricky Morton versus tag team specialist Nick Fury tonight. JB, what do you think about it?
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing this one, especially Ricky Morton, one of the guys from the past. I used to watch him with my grandpa. I remember him taking on Ric Flair for the world heavyweight title in a steel cage.
The Great American Bash 1986.
McDonald's Bacon and Cheese Angus Third Pounder. As if it wasn't enough to make it with a full third pound of 100% Angus beef, they had the audacity to use a bakery-style bun and crinkle-cut the pickles. There's no denying it. That's a third strip of bacon. Have they no shame? Angus Axiom number 39. It's an embarrassment of riches. The astonishing Angus Third Pounders. All Angus, all McDonald's.
Fans, I am here with Christy Whiplash. Christy, how does it feel to be the only female wrestler here tonight in Chesnee, South Carolina?
Well, it does feel really great considering I was the 2009 Carolina Independent Wrestler of the Year. It's going to be great to wrestle in Chesnee, South Carolina, especially for the Cops for Kids program. I am here to prove to everyone that I can take on any guy in the back. Doesn't matter, tall, short, big, small, I don't care. If they're smaller than me, that's fine. If they're bigger than me, I'll prove that I can take them on. I really don't care. So just bring them out. I don't care. Whoever my opponent is, I can take them on.
Well, we have your opponent right now, Mickey Richards, a seasoned veteran in the ring. You're taking on Christy Whiplash. Mickey, what's your thoughts on this match, intergender match tonight in Chesnee, South Carolina?
Well, Christy Whiplash, your reputation precedes itself. You've been a winner everywhere you've competed. CIW Female Wrestler of the Year. But you see, Friday night, April the 2nd, right here in Chesnee, South Kakalaki, when you sign your name on that contract, you have to realize one thing. You're not facing a lady, you're facing a man. And the fact is, Chesnee's finest can be all around the arena. But this gives me an open opportunity to beat you within an inch of your life. Beat you as far as possible without being incarcerated. And as far as I'm concerned, the ladies, they should all be over here in the kitchen. And I got a special treat for you. If you want to be involved in a man's sport, I'll treat you like a man. I'm going to take this hand and slap the taste out of your mouth, and there's nothing you can do about it, and there's nothing any of these people can do about it.
Wow, Christy Whiplash in what I would describe as one of the most anticipated bouts of the evening. How are you going to respond to that? How are you going to handle this onslaught, perhaps, that's coming to you?
Well, all I gotta say is, in a few hours, I guess we'll see who the better one is. Female, male, we'll see.
Well, wrestling fans, gender will not play a role in this match. It's all about the competition. We'll see in a few hours. Christy Whiplash versus Mickey Richards. And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. He is a seasoned veteran of the Southeast Circuit, Mickey Richards. And we have an interesting bout tonight, JB. It's Mickey Richards versus Christy Whiplash. What do you think about it? I know you were telling me something about a woman's job is to be in the kitchen. What's that all about? I think women have just as right as the men.
Mickey Richards is one of the most decorated and respected wrestlers on the independent scene of the Southeast. Looking to land a brainbuster tonight on Christy Whiplash.
Well, I will give it to Mickey. He is very respected. He's very seasoned. He's a veteran. But the awful remarks he's been saying about Christy. You know, Christy's just trying to prove herself in a man's sport. If she can hang, she can hang. It should not have any bearing if she's male or female. And Mickey Richards, I believe he's going to get what's coming to him tonight, JB.
Well, looks like she's definitely got the crowd behind her. But I just don't know, a woman in a wrestling ring.
Well, that remains to be seen tonight. Let's just see the match unfold between our eyes because Christy Whiplash, the CIW Female Wrestler of the Year. Let's send it down the ring now. Mickey Richards certainly has his fans here tonight, JB. Like I said, 20 years in the business.
Yeah, but the definite big pop is going to Christy Don't Call Me a Diva Whiplash.
No question about it who has the crowd in their corner tonight, and Mickey Richards has the microphone.
We've been through this before. Now you've been a winner every way you competed. CIW Female Wrestler Year. Very impressive. But Christy Whiplash tonight you're not in the ring with a woman. And I'll tell you exactly where all the women need to be. They need to be over in the kitchen.
Sounds familiar, JB.
Not endearing himself to these fans here in Chesnee, South Carolina.
How's Mickey going to respond to that, JB?
Looks like this match is not going to be called off. We're definitely going to have a match here.
Christy is no slouch in the ring. You know, she's only been wrestling for 3 years now, but...
Let's get it on.
I cannot tell it. She actually is pulling off maneuvers that even the most seasoned veterans have yet to pull off. Collar and elbow top. Here we go.
And, of course, Mickey Richards has the strength advantage, so he backs Christy into the turnbuckle.
Well, there's no denying that Mickey Richards is going to have the power advantage here. That's why Christy's going to have to use her speed tonight, JB. Jump on the left. Roll up. Quick count. 2, 3.
Oh.
And it's over.
Fast count.
It's over.
What kind of count was that?
This one is over. Another count.
She about pinned him again.
Well, JB, I'm not
Mickey
sure what's
Richards
going
trying
on.
to get out of the ring, but Christy's not going to have any part of that.
I'm not sure about this official decision here.
Was that a 3 count?
Let's get the official
on,
word.
Ref. That was definitely a fast 3 count.
Okay, now we're getting rolled. It was a 2 count, and it was almost the upset, I would say, at least of this century, JB.
No doubt who the referee's pulling for.
That remains to be seen.
I just saw it, Savage. You've got to admit that was a fast count.
All the counts have seemed pretty even to me so far, JB.
There's only been 2.
Needless to say, here we go into the action. Collar, elbow, again tie up. Mickey Richards into the side headlock. Stiff shots into the ropes. Whiplash is down.
And Richards is going to celebrate. Oh, a little Jeff Jarrett right there.
Roll up. No.
Oh,
Elbow miss.
Christie gets out of the way. Arm drag, takedown.
As I was saying, Whiplash is going to have to use the speed to her advantage here. I think she's just a hair quicker than Richards. And I'll tell you what, JB, I don't believe Richards is above pulling that 3 feet of hair on Christie Whiplash.
I know he's not. He better get to pulling it.
Just wrenching on the arm.
Right now, she's got him in trouble.
I tell you, this crowd is pro Whiplash. I believe there's a few American Pro Wrestling fans even chanting for Whiplash. Once again, the Cops Kids brawl for it all in Chesnee as Richards has Whiplash in trouble.
Oh.
And I tell you what, Mickey Richards said he was going to treat Christie Whiplash like a man. Well, you saw it right there, JB. He's taking no quarter tonight. Whiplash with the reversal. And you know what they say about payback, JB. And the crowd wants another one as she gives it to him. Snapmare. Off the ropes. Oh. 2 boots to the face. JB, I think you're a little impressed with Whiplash in-ring prowess
I got
so
to admit,
far.
she's holding her own.
So maybe you're going to go back on your statement about a women's works only in the kitchen.
Well, you see she's on her back now.
Hey, wait a minute. Whiplash is in trouble. Richards. Right to the forehead.
Mickey Richards is starting to take control of this match now.
I'm afraid, JB, this late in the game, the seasoned veteran Mickey Richards has the advantage. Too much experience may prove victory for Mickey Richards.
Ooh, hard right hand.
Although I will say that he is, he's worrying about the crowd a little bit too much right here, JB. Worrying about
Yeah, but he's got her under control.
Well, you know what they say, until the shoulders are pinned to the mat for the 3 count, you never have them under control. Anything can happen in the sport of professional wrestling. Go under by Whiplash. Whiplash gets Richards over. 1, 2. Roll up.
Oh, that'll shut her up.
And Christie Whiplash is making you forget that this is even an intergender match.
And Mickey Richards, what fans he did have at the beginning of this match, it sounds like he's lost a few.
Wasting too much time. I believe that's going to cost him, JB.
He might be getting ready to set her up for a brain buster right now.
I tell you, the brain buster is devastating. The Mickey Richards brain buster.
Not yet.
Horse on the shoulder.
Oh, Christie fights back.
Richards with the...
What's he gonna do, brother?
2. And a 2 count.
This match keeps going back and forth.
I'll tell you what. Lightning paced action, JB.
She's a girl, Richards. Come on.
Well, like we've talked about, gender or not, girl or male, that's playing no part in this match. We have an athletic competition on our hands. And I'll tell you what, win, lose, or draw, Christie Whiplash has certainly garnered my respect tonight in the squared circle. And he hits the elbow this time.
Not going for the cover.
Right into the sternum. And Whiplash has been abusing the sternum all night long.
I think Richards is enjoying himself right now.
Sizing her up. What has Richards got? Boot. Here it comes. JB, the brain buster.
Oh, reversal.
Reversal. Into the corner. Whiplash, go around. We got a count. Oh, 2, 3, 3 count. And Whiplash wins it. Whiplash wins it. Count. Whiplash.
What's with this referee?
And the crowd erupts here in Chesnee, South Carolina, as JB, fast count or no fast count, all I know is Christy Whiplash just cornered the 3 count.
Well, Richard should have put her away while he had the chance. Maybe a little bit too much talking to the crowd did cost him tonight. Nevertheless, Christy Whiplash gets the win tonight in Chesnee.
The crowd is eating it up, Christy Whiplash. But I'm looking at my score sheet now, JB, and it looks like SWA has 2 victories, and APW is still drawing a blank.
Could be a long night for APW.
That remains to be seen because we have a blockbuster of a card. Still to come, we have Kronk versus Matt Truck. We have Tag Team Warfare, the Carolina Wrecking Crew versus American Made, Matt Marshall and Irresistible Ike Stevens, and much, much more right here tonight in Chesnee, South Carolina. Wrestling fans, this is Viv Savage in Chesnee, South Carolina for the Cops Kids Brawl for It All. And right now I have two special guests, the Carolina Wrecking Crew, Wicked and Rick Hart. And they're here to talk about their match with Ike Stevens and Matt Marshall. Wicked, tell me what you think about it.
Tell you what, for the last 6 months, Ike and Mr. Marshall have been APW Tag Team Champions. One of the hot and up-and-coming tag teams in Spartanburg. Well, fellas, I'm going to tell you something. In them same 6 months, me and Rick Hart have been all over North Carolina winning tag titles. We're also 5-time SWA Tag Team Champions. Y'all might be the hot up-and-coming with longevity. But let me tell you something else. Cops Kids Brawl for It All. We're going to help a cause. We're also coming to bring the trophy back home up to Forest City. So one thing you got to listen for at the end of the night. When you hear E4, it's be followed by the 1, 2, 3 from the Carolina Wrecking Crew's hands raised.
Rick Hart, what do you think about APW's Matt Marshall and Ike Stevens? Brawl for It All, Cops Kids.
Like my brother said, they've been around 6 months, held the belt. We've been everywhere. We've had 5-time SWA champions. We've had 2 other belts in 2 other organizations. Guys, you're good, but whenever you get in the ring with us, E4, baby, it's over.
Wrestling fans, we are in for a treat. SWA versus APW, Wicked, Rick Hart, the Carolina Wrecking Crew versus Matt Marshall and Ike Stevens. It's going to be a barn burner. American-made Mike Marshall, Irresistible Ike Stevens. What are your thoughts on tonight?
I'll give you my thoughts on tonight. There ain't much to think about. The team of Irresistible Ike Stevens, American-made Matt Marshall is going to the top. Carolina Wrecking Crew ain't nothing but a speed bump in our way to the top. What's your thought on tonight, Ike?
Well, it's just like you said, Marshall. There ain't nobody worried about no wrecking crew. The only wrecking is going to be right here in this room.
Right here. So after y'all come down, y'all see American-made Matt Marshall, Irresistible Ike Stevens, Stomp a Mud Hole, and Carolina Wrecking Crew happening here tonight, later on. Brawl for It All, Cops for Kids show tonight.
I'll tell you what, it's sold out here. There may be a fire marshal show up before the end of the night. And here we go, folks. It's Tag Team Warfare. Irresistible Ike Stevens and American-made Matt Marshall. And as we all know, Matt Marshall is the current U.S. champ from American Pro Wrestling. And, you know, there's a lot of negativity that can be said about Matt Marshall and Ike Stevens, but JB, it looks like they had their share of fans from SWA and American Pro Wrestling tonight. JB, as we've both seen in recent weeks, there's been a little bit of, I don't want to say dissension between Ike Stevens and Matt Marshall, but I talked to Matt Marshall and I talked to Ike Stevens, and they both assured me that everything is they're both on the same page tonight. There will be no dissension. And here they come, the Carolina Wrecking Crew, Rick Hart and the Bourbon Street Saint, Wicked. SWA represented well tonight.
I think APW might get their first win on this card tonight right here. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's your opinion, JB, but the Carolina Wrecking Crew are 5-time SWA Tag Team Champions. Let's send it down to the ring announcer. Nice ovation for American-made Matt Marshall and irresistible Ike Stevens.
Sounds like a split audience. We might have a fight outside the ring.
This is tag team warfare, JB. It wouldn't surprise me to see this fight spill over into the jail next door.
As long as it doesn't spill into us.
That would not be good for anybody. As it looks like we're going to have Rick Hart and Matt Marshall starting it up. As I talked about, there's a little bit of dissension between former tag champs Ike Stevens and Matt Marshall, but as I said, they said everything is okay between the two. Everything's never been better, so we're just going to see if they can coexist tonight and take on SWA rivals. In a pre-recorded interview, I tell you, Matt Marshall and Ike Stevens, they just plain do not like the Carolina Wrecking Crew. Side headlock on Matt Marshall from Hart. Hart with the crossbody block. We got an early cover. 2. Marshall up at 2. Action-packed tag team match to start this evening.
Well, Matt Marshall had control of this match for about the first minute, but since then it's been all Rick Hart and the Carolina Wrecking Crew.
I believe we're going to see a dead even match here because, let's face it, you have the best tag team in APW going against the best in SWA.
Should be a real barn burner, Savage.
A barn burner indeed, JB. Marshall backed into the corner. Rick Hart. Clean break. Wow, you don't see that much in pro wrestling these days, JB, do you?
He should have smacked him in the face.
You would say that.
He's going to regret that he didn't.
And Matt Marshall, the current United States APW champion.
Rick Hart's all over him. Marshall bails outside to regroup.
Marshall taking a breather, getting out of the heat, and I'm not just talking about the temperature. Matt Marshall back into the ring.
Looks like he's going to tag out.
And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, irresistible Ike Stevens. Ike was actually the voted most improved wrestler of American Pro Wrestling 2 years ago, JB, in 2008. Tag into Wicked. Here he comes, the Bourbon Street Saint, setting up for some nice double team maneuver here. Right into the side of the face, a boot into the face. That's not a good way to spend a Friday night, JB.
That did not feel good.
That's not a good way to spend a Friday night.
Carolina Wrecking Crew in total control of this match. Big power slam. Will he get him? No.
I tell you what, JB, I've been in the weight room with this Wicked, and he cannot find enough 45s to put on the bar. This guy is a powerhouse.
Oh, high impact.
Clothesline on the Bourbon Street Saint. Mike Stevens, a nice
Japanese arm drag. Another one.
And here he comes, American-made Matt Marshall. You know, JB, I've been watching Marshall as Wicked, well and away. Marshall, reversal into a backcracker. Can I say that term on the air? I don't want any legal issues. It's like Marshall's going to start working on that leg. As I was saying, Marshall, there's been a little change in attitude. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know what's going on. There's a certain air about Matt Marshall these days. He's American-made, but he's not showing them American-made qualities that all these fans have come to love and know. Using the ring post into an unfair advantage here. And Rick Hart looks to be in some serious trouble, JB.
Definitely does look to be in some serious trouble.
Wicked, rather.
Still working on the knee. Carolina Wrecking Crew is in trouble now.
I tell you, it does not matter how much power a man has. If he cannot get up, that power is going to do him no good, right, JB?
Yep, you get him on the ground.
Matt Marshall, ever since the ring post attack, is really picking this leg apart. Just wrenching on the back of the neck while holding the knee. Have a version of the STF, right, JB?
Very, very painful maneuver. Rick Hart trying to make the tag, but he's too far out in the middle of the ring.
Rick Hart trying to tag in Wicked, who's in trouble here.
Marshall doing the smart move and getting him back over to his corner and tagging in Stevens. Little double team here.
Here he comes. Irresistible Ike Stevens. Working over the leg here. I'll tell you what, JB, it looks like American Pro Wrestling is going to bring home their first victory tonight.
Wicked might not even be able to stand.
The Bourbon Street City Saint is on the mat. And he's in trouble. Figure four leg lock into a small package. We got one. We got two. No, JB.
Now that was a normal count.
As it remains to be seen, the counts have seen pretty good pattern to my eyes.
Oh, high risk maneuver coming up here.
Matt Marshall's going upstairs.
It's a big man flying off the top. Oh, down on the knee.
And folks, that may do it.
It looked like he hurt himself.
And a move that may put this match in the books for not only Marshall and Ike Stevens. American Pro Wrestling may have their first victory tonight. Just wrenching on the leg.
Obvious pain for Wicked. He needs to make the tag, and he needs to make it now.
You know, the Carolina Wrecking Crew, their finishing move, JB, is the E4. It's a version of the stunner. It's a double team stunner. How in the world are they going to apply that move if Wicked cannot even stand up on his own volition?
I'll answer that question for you, Savage. They're not going to be able to.
Well, again, that remains to be seen as well. American Made asking the crowd for their approval. I don't know, JB, a little low to me. And a 2 count. American Made asking again for the crowd's response. And the ref may need to check that, JB. American Made in 2009 was voted most popular wrestler of the year by the fans of American Pro Wrestling. But as I was saying, a little bit of change of an attitude. Wicked.
Oh, a stunner.
Into, I believe he calls it the Wicked Buster. Stand. I believe, JB, that was just all adrenaline that got him through that move. Into
Left
attack.
attack.
The ref sees it.
Both men. Oh.
Down goes Stevens. Down goes Marshall. And Rick Hart's in here like a house of fire. Forearm right to the face. Spinning heel kick right to the side of the hand. Marshall is down. And Marshall rolls out to the safety as Rick Hart.
These guys keep going back and forth.
Here we go. They're setting up. They're setting up. Could it be the E4? He hit it! E4!
Look, he's leaving. Where's he going? He left his partner in the ring.
2, 3, and the Carolina Wrecking Crew are victorious.
American-made Matt Marshall left irresistible Ike Stevens in the ring with the Carolina Wrecking Crew.
Well,
2-on-1, it was no match.
JB, I am shocked. I am just appalled.
What is going on?
Matt Marshall and Ike Stevens, they've been up the road, down the road, all up.
When I bought Goldie, I thought it was the best dollar I ever spent. Until I found that pair of red sunglasses. I thought that was the best dollar I ever spent. But today, I wanted to try something off McDonald's dollar menu. With so much to choose from, I contemplated all my options and finally went in for the 100% beefy, melty McDouble. I thought it was the best dollar I ever spent. And I know a thing or two about the value of a dollar.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with SWA's Jeff Hamrick. Jeff, you're taking on Dirty in a few short hours. What's your thoughts on the match tonight?
I'm here for one reason, and that's to put Dirty down. Dirty's been here. He's been dodging me. I hate stinking South Carolina. Only reason I'm here is for the kids and cops and to raise money for this town. That's the only reason, and that's the only reason I'm here. I'm here to represent SWA.
Well, how does it feel to be in Chesnee, South Carolina tonight? Does it not, you don't feel good about
What part of that didn't you understand? I hate South Carolina. I wouldn't be here. The only reason I'm here is for kids and cops and to bring money to this stinking town. That's the only reason I'm here. How hard is that to understand? You must be from South Carolina.
Well, that aside, wrestling fans, we will have a brawl on our hands in a few short hours. It's Jeff Hamrick versus Dirty. We'll just have to see what happens in the ring. Anywhere but from South Carolina, he is absolutely what he says he is. He is a king, but I don't know about his attitude, JB. This is Jeff Hamrick.
20 years in the business, a part of the Hamrick dynasty.
He is part of the famed Hamrick dynasty, which includes ECW alumni Chris Hamrick. I tell you, JB, Jeff Hamrick absolutely hates being here tonight. He's just doing this strictly for the paycheck. And here he comes, fan favorite from APW, Dirty. As Dirty makes his way into the ring, JB, this match is going to be the sleeper on the card. Possibly match of the night. Jeff Hamrick versus Dirty. Two powerhouses, two technically sound wrestlers squaring off tonight. Can we get two waters? Two waters? Water. Yeah. Jeff Hamrick, like I said, despises South Carolina.
Here he is, represents APW, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Here he is,
what, JB, I was talking to Dirty in the locker room a little early, as we have a 15-minute time limit on this match. As I was saying, I was talking to Dirty in the locker room a little earlier, and he is so excited, unlike Jeff Hamrick, to be here in Chesnee. He's telling me how wonderful this place is around here.
Well, I can't say I blame Jeff Hamrick for not wanting to be in Chesnee.
I think this is a fine town, JB.
Yeah, what time's it close, 8?
People have to work the next day, JB.
This match just now getting underway. Dirty, definitely the fan favorite here tonight.
No question about it. I don't know if Jeff Hamrick has any fans here tonight.
Dirty, the big powerhouse, backing Hamrick up into the corner. Referee trying to break it up. Oh, it looks like a little bad blood.
Jeff Hamrick, I tell you what, I'm not even gonna lie, JB. I've interviewed a lot of wrestlers, but I was thoroughly intimidated by Jeff Hamrick because I could tell he utterly despises people, including myself.
Yeah, and you're from South Carolina too, Savage.
That did not help my case any.
Two very powerful men.
Knee right into the midsection, just wrenching on the arm. JB, I think Jeff Hamrick is going to have to fight the entire city of Chesnee tonight before this match is over.
He may very well.
Dirty.
He's got to get past Dirty first.
As we see Dirty into the advantage here. You know, Dirty has a big move called the down and the dirty. It's a power move that ends up into a power slam. If he hits it, it'll be lights out for Jeff Hamrick. And he won't have to worry about being in South Carolina anymore because they have to rush him to the hospital in North Carolina. But that remains to be seen if Dirty can apply the down and dirty. As I said, Jeff Hamrick has held titles all over the Southeast, and as well as Dirty. Into the hip toss, Dirty on the mat.
Did you hear that?
Hamrick raising Dirty up. He has him in a modified arm bar. This Jeff Hamrick is just as good as he says he is, I believe, and he's proven it to everyone tonight in Chesnee. Dirty is in trouble. Nice kip up by Dirty, though. And Dirty with a nice reversal of his own. Now it's Jeff Hamrick that's getting the arm worked on. Dirty just contorting that arm. Go behind by Dirty into the side headlock. Dirty, like I said, from Virginia. Veteran of the ring. Shoulder block, Hamrick's down. Hamrick missing the clothesline. And Dirty with a powerhouse of a clothesline himself. Into a deep arm drag. And Hamrick's going to retreat to the turnbuckle for safety. Not for long, and Dirty with another arm drag takedown into the arm bar. And wrestling fans, you see the knee of Dirty stabilizing Hamrick where he cannot go anywhere. He may just take Jeff Hamrick's arm off here tonight. Referee checking for Jeff Hamrick. It's going to take a little bit more than that for Jeff Hamrick to quit this match, though. Hamrick into the ropes. 5 count here. All right, going to send him into the ropes. Dirty with a power slam on Hamrick, and he doesn't opt to go for the cover. Wait a minute. What's Dirty have in mind here? I don't know what is going on. Asking for the crowd's approval. Dirty with the springboard off the rope into a swanton bomb. Cover 2, and Hamrick's out at 2. Wow, I really thought he had him after the high-risk maneuver there. That dividend paid off for sure. And look at the elevation Dirty got on that standing elbow drop. Hamrick may be out of this. 1, 2, and Dirty is continuing to take a little bit too much time in those covers, and he's not even hooking the leg. With a veteran like Jeff Hamrick, you might want to hook the leg. Those stiff kicks. And a modified spine buster. almost drove Dirty through the mat, and Jeff Hamrick was pretty proud of that maneuver. And very, no, too much of a cocky cover. I was going to say confident, but that was just cocky. And Jeff Hamrick continuing to work on that left arm of Dirty. Well, no. What is it? Oh, my. Fans, I've not seen the camel clutch applied since the early 1990s, and he has wrenching on the back of Dirty. Oh. Jeff Hamrick is going deep into the wrestling playbook here tonight to finish off Dirty. A camel clutch, fans, right here tonight in Chesnee, South Carolina. I didn't think Dirty had nowhere to go, and Jeff Hamrick, I guess, just opting to punish his APW counterpart tonight here in Chesnee, South Carolina, a place Jeff Hamrick absolutely despises, and he's just breaking the eyes. The referee needs to break this up or disqualify Jeff Hamrick. And a shove, if that's not grounds for immediate disqualification, I don't know what is. And both men are down with the clothesline. Well, no, Hamrick pops up. Hamrick into a cover, 2, and a pop out. Jeff Hamrick continuing jaw-jacking with the referee here. All tonight for Cops Kids Brawl for It All. We are live in Chesnee, South Carolina, watching a great match unfold between our eyes between Jeff Hamrick and Dirty. Jeff, of course, out of SWA, APW, represented by Dirty. Dirty sent into the ropes, duck under. Another duck under. And a double clothesline.
Neither one of these guys may get up.
JB, I can hardly hear in here.
It's very loud in here. These fans are getting their money worth tonight.
Rabid fans tonight here at Chesnee, South Carolina. They want to see a decisive winner here tonight. Dirty with a stiff shot. Right upside the face of Jeff Hamrick. Oh! Stiff kick right to the face. Dirty has the advantage. And a 2 count.
How did Hamrick kick out of that?
I'll tell you what, Jeff Hamrick, 20 years in the business, you cannot take anything away from Jeff Hamrick. He says he's the best, and he's made a lot of believers. He's made a lot of opponents. A lot of opponents think he's the best. But Dirty begs to differ tonight. To a side suplex. Jeff Hamrick.
Oh my goodness.
A power slam into the one-handed slam.
I think Hamrick's got him.
Hamrick, could he be going for it? It's the Carolina Jam.
Look how far across the ring Dirty is.
It's not much better than the Alabama.
Over. It's over, Viv.
And Dirty kicks out. Dirty kicks out.
How did he do it?
I have never seen anyone kick out of the Carolina Jam.
And you can tell Hamrick is not too happy.
Both of these men are here tonight to win, JB. They are here to win. Into the ropes. We have a roll up. 2. And it's over. A 3 count.
Do you believe that? Another fast count by that referee. Is this the only zebra in the building?
I don't know, JB. It looked like a fair count to me. APW is now on the board.
Jeff Hamrick's in shock.
Jeff Hamrick is fuming.
He hit the Carolina Jam and went for the 3, thought he had it, didn't get it. Just like that, Dirty gets the victory.
Well, JB, I am shocked. We saw a kick out of the Carolina Jam.
McDonald's Bacon and Cheese Angus 3rd Pounder. As if it wasn't enough to make it with a full 3rd pound of 100% Angus beef, They had the audacity to use a bakery-style bun and crinkle-cut the pickles. There's no denying it. That's a third strip of bacon. Have they no shame? Angus axiom number 39. It's an embarrassment of riches. The astonishing Angus third pounders. All Angus, all McDonald's.
Fans, Viv Savage here with you, and the red, white, and blue will be waving in Chesnee, South Carolina tonight. I'm about to bring in certainly what will be the biggest man in Chesnee that night. He is 6'10", 325 pounds of solid steel. He is the only three-time combat veteran in professional wrestling, and he is without a doubt an American hero. And certainly for my country, I am so excited to meet this individual. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring in the big man from SWA. He is Kronk. Kronk, this is a huge honor to meet you. Three-time combat veteran. Well, Kronk, let's just get into it. How do you feel about taking on Matt Truck from American Pro Wrestling? I know you have a lot of fans out here that's going to be waving the colors. Kronk, do you have anything to say about the match?
I ain't here to talk. I'm here to fight.
We'll do that, Tom. We'll give him a knife. Take the truck.
Well, wrestling fans, it will be Kronk versus Matt Truck tonight.
And here comes the big mother trucker. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Matt Truck, and he is managed by the Colonel himself, Dickie Doolittle, and the fans are not too receptive to Dickie here tonight in Chesnee. And I cannot say that I blame them. Ladies and gentlemen, Viv Savage with you here tonight at Cops Kids Brawl for It All in a blazing night here in Chesnee, South Carolina. They're absolutely packed here tonight in Chesnee, as we have the current heavyweight champion of American Pro Wrestling, and this guy is an absolute monster with an attitude that is, I can't even describe his attitude. It's just not good. He's a nasty individual, ladies and gentlemen. Nasty individual. As he's making his sweet time to the ring here. He's not in a hurry to get this match started, and I cannot blame him. We see the Colonel, Dickie Doolittle, enter the ring. And this place is about to erupt because we have the monster coming out. The current Southern States heavyweight champ from SWA. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the big man from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. 6'10", 325 pounds. He is quite simply known as Kronk. This man gets a huge ovation everywhere he goes. He is a former three-time combat veteran. This guy has fought in such wars as Afghanistan. He's been in Desert Storm. He's been all around fighting the good fight for this great country of America. And whether it be wrestling or in the combat field, I would hate to be on the opposing side of this guy. The longest reigning hardcore champion in SWA. Not to take anything away from Matt Truck. Let's take it down to the ringside announcer. I think the roof is about to blow off here in Chesnee. The ref is going to have his hands full with Dickie Doolittle at ringside today. This match is about to get underway here, and wow, look at the stare down. Look at the size of these men in here. I do not know if the ring's going to be able to hold up this mass of humanity. Matt Truck's back to the outside. I don't know if that's intimidation or just head games on the part of Matt Truck. Matt Truck is a seasoned veteran of the squared circle. He is a Grand Slam champion of APWs, held the heavyweight belt. Oh, and Crunk takes it to Matt Truck, and Truck's going to retreat to the outside of Doolittle. Smack right to the face, and uh-oh. Doolittle better watch out. Here comes the big man. And I have been in this situation. Not pleasant to look up and see that sight looking down at you. And Crunk levels Matt Truck. Rolls Truck onto the inside, Crunk following. Boot to the midsection, and Crunk is welling away on Truck. Sends the big man into the ropes, and a boot right to the face. And the APW heavyweight champion is reeling as Crunk is a man on fire. Here comes the big man in the corner. Big splash, and Mack Truck is down. I don't know what Truck, right to the eyes, and we were wondering how is Truck going to combat the big man. By any means necessary, apparently. Welling away, and Crunk just will not be deterred. Welling away on the midsection. Truck with a big boot. There it is, the Truck clutch. The Truck clutch. How is Crunk going to get out of this? This has put down hundreds of opponents for Mack Truck. He won his APW World Heavyweight Championship with this move here. The big man is down to one knee. One. If that hand goes down 3 times, this match is over. And Mack Truck will be supreme here in battle of the big man. And the hand is up. Crunk's not out of this one yet. Major Crunk, 3-time combat veteran, rolls over the big man from American Pro Wrestling. Welling away on the midsection. Crunk's going to send Truck into the ropes one more time. Matt Truck with a boot of his own, and both men are down. Gotta tell you, this is just turning down into just nothing but a brawl here. These men are giving their all. These are not your common men you see walking the sides of the road in Chesnee, I'll tell you that. Both men are up their feet at the count of 7. This match will continue. Kronk hoists Matt Truck on his shoulders into a variation of a face plant on the apron, and we can count 10 here. Truck is out, and Dickie Doolittle up to his regular tricks here, covering the referee's attention, and Kronk's up. Doolittle's in trouble here. I don't think Doolittle's money's gonna buy him out of this scenario. And Kronk is not happy about this. Mack Truck to the back of the head of Kronk with the cane. 2, 3, and this one's over. Mack Truck has defeated the big man from SWA. Mack Truck, in one of the biggest wins of his career, has knocked off Major Kronk, the APW heavyweight champion, victorious tonight in Battle of the Big Men. Underhanded tactics were involved, I must point out. Let's get the official decision. I don't know if I would like to win a match under those circumstances, to be honest with you folks. And there you have it, Matt Truck. The ref's official decision. What the refs don't see, can't call, I guess you can say. This is a travesty. Kronk's got the microphone. There you have it. Kronk has issued a statement, a challenge rather, to Matt Truck for April 16th. Kronk is wanting revenge. This Truck about to get back in the ring here. Look at Doolittle running his mouth. I know he don't want any of Kronk. Fans, we have a volatile situations on our. And there you have it. Kronk comes up short tonight against Major Truck. Mack Truck, rather. Wow. This heat's getting to me, I believe. Fans, we have a Are we back?
Crap, I'm gonna have to go back to that hole.
here now with Nick Fury and Nick, and probably the match everyone is coming to see. You will be taking on the legendary one-half member of the Rock and Roll Express, three-time World Tag Team Champion, Ricky Morton, and you yourself are a tag team specialist. Let's just put it out there. You are a 17-time tag team champion for American Pro Wrestling. And I'm going to build this as a dream match around for the local scene. We're talking Nick Fury versus Ricky Morton. What's your thoughts on this match?
My thoughts are simple. Ricky Morton, you are a legend. Ricky Morton, you have done a lot in this business. But when you come in my backyard, I take it personal. I'm representing APW, and I'm flying the flag that's going to be the one left at the end of the night. So Ricky Morton, lace them boots up tight, because you got Nick Fury in his hometown, and what you're going to see at the end of the night is you're going to be staring up at the lights with my hand raised high, just like that.
Fans, a single dream match. Nick Fury, Ricky Morton, two tag team specialists, yes, going one-on-one. Cops Kids, Brawl for it all, Chesnee, South Carolina.
Wrestling fans, with me here, a man that needs no introduction, known worldwide as one of the greatest tag team wrestler specialists of all time, if not the greatest. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Ricky Morton.
Well, Rick,
Pleasure.
what a great compliment. Appreciate it very much, buddy. So what's up?
Well, tonight, how's it feel to be in Chesnee? You know, I've been going all around town, and I'm hearing three words: rock and roll. Ricky Morton's in Chesnee.
Well, Ricky Morton's in Chesnee tonight, that's right, and I'm wrestling a guy by the name of Nick Fury. But understand, not only am I in Chesnee tonight, understand this is what I do for a living. I'll be in another town tomorrow night. Now it comes to a situation where I know Nick Fury is the hometown boy, which that's great. Understand that. But when you step in that ring, Nick, that's my office. You come to work with me today, buddy. So what's that all about? Understand one thing. I dedicated my life to this business. I gave it all. I know the fans are gonna be cheering for you because it's hometown. But understand, I'll be like I said in the movie about Jesse James. Nick, I'll make you famous. Thank you.
When I bought Goldie, I thought it was the best dollar I ever spent. Until I found that pair of red sunglasses. I thought that was the best dollar I ever spent. But today, I wanted to try something off McDonald's dollar menu. With so much to choose from, I contemplated all my options and finally went in for the 100% beefy Melty McDouble. I thought it was the best dollar I ever spent. And I know a thing or two about the value of a dollar.
There's the man that'll be taking on Ricky Morton in our main event later on tonight.
I'll be honest with you, JB. I don't think Nick Fury even needs entrance music for this ovation he's receiving right now. It is tag team specialists squaring off one-on-one tonight, and we're going to get thoughts for Nick Fury on possibly the biggest match of his career, squaring off against one-half member of the legendary Rock and Roll Express. Let's send it down to the ring. Nick Fury.
Let's hear what the killer has to say.
He's calling the legend out here, JB. The legendary Ricky Morton. Wait a minute.
What's he doing out here?
We have the Colonel, Dickie Doolittle here. I don't know what this is about, JB. We were supposed to have a confrontation here between the legendary Ricky Morton and the killer Nick Fury, but we seem to be interrupted here by the Colonel, Dickie Doolittle. JB, what's this all about? I know you and...
I have no idea what the Colonel's up to.
You ain't got to worry about me. What has absolutely offended me and should offend all the APW wrestlers that come out here is the absolute outright disrespect of these bunch of morons out here. And you have allowed that to do that during this story. First of all, Dickie Dooley, you don't come out here jacking your jaws about these people from Chesnee. These are all of my people here.
I don't know how smart this is on Dickie Little's part.
He does have a lot of money.
Money can't buy fan support, JB. Wait a minute. The police chief of Chesnee, South Carolina is entering the ring. Justice will be served tonight, JB.
He don't know how to turn the mic on.
You think you've all paid for everybody here, whatever, but you ain't gonna disrespect these little children out this ring.
This is the Chiefs' town, JB. And the Chiefs getting physical. Chesenee's finest is coming to the ring. Chesnee's finest. And Dickie Doolittle's getting escorted out of the Chesnee. Folks, I have seen it all. Justice has been served tonight in Chesnee, South Carolina. And listen to the support. I believe Dickie Doolittle's going to be spending his weekend behind bars, JB. How about it? Prepare for your television screens to be shaken. Listen to this ovation, JB. It's main event time. Here he comes. He has held 79 titles throughout his career. 8-time NWA/WCW Tag Team Champion. He is a Hall of Famer. Maybe the greatest tag team wrestler.
Not yet, Savage. I know he's your hero and all, but he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Can't take away the credentials, though.
He's a first ballot, in my opinion, JB.
Who's the crowd going to cheer for in this?
This is past meets present here tonight, Chesnee, South Carolina. This is as Nick Fury gets introduced to this crowd, this is a dream match. And this crowd's on their feet, JB. Well, there you have it, JB. The introductions have been made. This is a dream match. Tag team specialist and Ricky Morton has the microphone. It's a classy move on Nick Fury's part. A show of respect for the legendary Morton. You knew the rock and roll chants wouldn't be too long before they started, JB. I can barely hear myself over this.
And I just want to shake your hand right now, brother.
Classy move on the part of the killer Nick Fury's part, and Nick told me he grew up watching Ricky Morton. That was his idol growing up.
Just because you're from this hometown, and all these nice people out here for you, but understand me, if you're trying to impress me, why don't you eat an apple and spit out a fruit salad? That would impress me. Other than that, I have seen it all.
Ricky Morton's serious tonight.
Ricky Morton has come to Chesnee.
And like I told you earlier, if you think that you're going to step in this ring, oh, we're going to have a great match. No, buddy. I come here to win. That's what professional wrestling is all about. You got me understand? You can understand? I treat people the way they treat me, but when we step in this ring, it's a whole different ballgame. So don't expect us to sit out here and have a hamburger and french fries. Or tonight, when we come in here, buddy, we go to war. Okay? Understand that.
Well, JB, I've made a mistake calling this past versus present. This seems to be present versus present. Ricky Morton has not came to Chesnee to lay down. He's not passing the torch tonight, JB.
That does not look to be the case. But let's see what's going on. Let's get this match started.
I've never in recent years seen the fire in Ricky Morton's eyes as I'm seeing it here tonight, Chesnee. And the crowd is eating it up. A legend is here tonight. How is Nick Fury going to handle not having the crowd completely in his corner as he's accustomed to, and he starts off with the arm drag? You know, Ricky Morton's talk about not being impressed. That was pretty impressive.
The veteran showing Fury right from the get-go that he is here to win. Fury does not look intimidated, though.
Tell you what, Nick Fury is no slouch. He's a former two-time. As Morton with a takeover, and Nick Fury pops right up.
Filling out process going on here.
As I was saying, he's a former two-time heavyweight champion of American Pro Wrestling. I'm not even going to try and compete with this, JB.
17-time tag team champion APW. That is impressive.
Two tag team specialists tying up tonight.
But 17 titles pales in comparison to what Morton's been through in his career.
Morton
Irish
reversed into the turnbuckle. Hip toss. Nick Fury, arm drag. Morton pops up. Sends Morton down with a body slam. And Ricky Morton retreats to safety to the turnbuckle. And Nick Fury is not backing down from the legend, the icon, Ricky Morton.
I can't believe this, Savage. These fans don't know who to cheer for.
They are tore in half tonight here in Chesnee, South Carolina. Undoubtedly the main event of Cops Kids brought for it all.
And I got to admit, Morton looks a little bit frustrated.
Well, why wouldn't you be? I mean, Morton's wrestled greats. Morton's wrestled the Horseman.
Everybody.
He's wrestled Ric Flair. He's been in the ring with the best. He knows all the tricks. But Nick Fury seems to be going toe-to-toe with him in the early beginning of this match. And a stiff shot!
Oh, that was a closed fist, Savage.
Morton claims an open fist.
Referee checking. It sounded like a closed fist to me.
We may need a check on that, ref. I'm not believing this aggression Ricky Morton's displaying on the early beginning of this match. You know, it started with the promo started with the interview before the match, and it spilled over to his in-ring performance thus far here tonight.
Maybe he was back there listening to Oversaken, listening to some hardcore music and got a little angry.
Oh yeah, it's Oversaken to tend that to about anybody that listens to it.
Fury run right into the big boot. I believe this crowd is more behind Fury than Morton. I don't think Morton likes it.
Well, I don't know what Morton would have to do to get this crowd to turn against him. Actually, JB, he's been such a fan favorite for so many years.
I'll be surprised if you don't interfere in the match.
Now, wait a minute. Morton wrenching on the arm on the outside. Ref asks for a break. Morton gives him the break at the count of 4. He had 1 second. You have 5 seconds on the ropes. Morton seems to be working on the arm. That left arm of Nick Fury.
Morton's been around forever. Like you said, he's been in the ring with everybody from Ric Flair to the Andersons, and he knows how to isolate a body part and wear a man down.
Classic.
Oh, vicious knee.
And he is straight up punishing the killer, Nick Fury. But he's had classic brawls with the Midnight Express, Dennis Condrey, Bobby Eaton. You talk about a veteran of the squared circle, you're talking about Ricky Morton. Known worldwide. But as we've stated, Nick Fury is no slouch. He's a tag team specialist himself. 17-time tag team champion. That's no small feat, JB.
Yeah, but he's in there against one of the best tag team technicians of all time.
That's why this mini has been considered a dream match. You know, I was walking through Chesnee today. I went to the Bantam Chef. I had me an Eagle Burger, and the talk was all I could hear about Ricky Morton versus the killer Nick Fury. Short on clothesline. Nick Fury's down, and Ricky Morton, he seems to be a little worried about this crowd. I don't know if any wrestler knows how to react to this crowd response, because JB, you know, both wrestlers are fan favorites. Both wrestlers are used to the crowd in their corner. Morton has taken his time. He's almost methodical with this attack on Nick Fury. Just dissecting the body parts. Drives to the knees right to the side of the head of Nick Fury. You know, it only takes 14 pounds of pressure to rip an individual's ear off. That seemed a little more than 14 pounds of pressure from where I'm sitting. Sitting into the ropes. Spinning heel kick, and Morton's down. Clothesline by Fury. Another clothesline. And a right to the eyes.
A veteran move.
You have to watch out from Ricky Morton.
Oh, caught him with the low blow.
Roll up. Feet on the rope. 2. And the ref plainly sees it.
I can't believe the ref saw anything.
I don't know if the ref called the low blow.
That's the first time all night.
Roll up. 1, 2, 3, and Nick Fury stopped off Ricky Morton.
Nick Fury just beat Ricky Morton.
Nick Fury has took one giant step in immortality. The killer Nick Fury has just solidified his name with greatness.
I can't believe he beat him.
And what I'm going to go on record, I'm going to do it right here, JB. The upset of the year.
In Chesnee.
Nick Fury has defeated one-half member of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton.
Morton's got the microphone.
Let's take it down the ring. Ricky Morton has something to say.
Oh, this isn't going to be good, Viv.
JB, this has to be frustrating for Ricky Morton.
Morton's calling Fury back in the ring. This crowd is on fire. The hometown hero, Nick Fury.
You see, now you got a little bit of respect for me. Guys, what are your stars of the future? Thank you.
Wow. We have just witnessed a historical moment in professional wrestling
I thought he was going to sock him in the jaw.
Ricky Morton is a class act, and he's displayed that tonight. JB, I am speechless after that encounter. I have never seen a match quite like that.
Now I know.
McDonald's Bacon and Cheese Angus Third Pounder. As if it wasn't enough to make it with a full third pound of 100% Angus beef, they had the audacity to use a bakery-style bun and crinkle-cut the pickles. There's no denying it. That's a third strip of bacon. Have they no shame? Angus axiom number 39. It's an embarrassment of riches. The astonishing Angus Third Pounders. All Angus, all McDonald's.
You will have it fun now, right? There's one more thing on the card that we promised you. There you go. Y'all ready for the mini wrestlers? All right. Let them know you appreciate it. Let's bring them out.
JB, this is going to be the most interesting bout of the night. It is the midget wrestling.
Is that proper terminology?
Well, JB, that's what they have told me tonight. And this is where size does not matter. There we see Sweet and Low in the ring. I gotta say, I do like the boots. That's Little Joe in his corner.
Sweet and Low.
I'm hearing the bell toll. It could mean one thing. Justice is about to be served here in Chesnee, South Carolina.
All 4'4" of him.
JB, size is not the issue tonight. He's giving up a couple inches to Sweet and Low, 5 to be exact. Sweet and Low's coming in tonight at 4'9". But this Justice, he is tenacious as it gets.
I can't wait for this match.
This is going to be off the charts. How do you follow up a dream match such as Ricky Morton and the Killer Nick Fury? Well, Chesnee's got it right here.
He looks like a miniature Mick Foley.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Send it to the ring first.
To my left, in the white corner, from Greenville, South Carolina. He's 4'4" and completely hardcore.